Welcome everyone to Hessian Tactical video series on mutual assistance groups. In this part, we will be discussing how to use the Army's SF structures for teams as a guide for organizing your own mutual assistance group. Big things to note, the application of this doesn't really work for low-level mutual assistance groups such as Neighborhood Watch. Neighborhood watches don't really need this level of complexity. This organizational concept, though, is also very customizable. Using the Army 18 series is only a guide. You do not have to follow it specifically. Roles can be dropped, roles can be added. Roles don't even need to follow what I'm providing here. Quick rundown of the roles we will be talking about. In this video, we will be talking about the 18 Alpha Officer, 18 Bravo Weapons Sergeant, and 18 Charlie Engineer. Part 2 of this section will cover the 18 Delta Medical, 18 Echo Communications, and 18 Fox Intelligence. Your leader, the 18 Alpha. This is the boss, the decision maker. He's the one who serves as the administrative role. As for the mutual assistance groups, again, he's your leader. He's the one who will organize and schedule the meetings, run the meetings, and keeps the group focused on task. An additional task he can run is maintaining a master list of whatever equipment or supplies your group has determined they will need throughout the purpose of the mutual assistance group. He will control the master list of where to buy them, what they are, and everything. So as other roles discover new sources of equipment, they provide that to him, and he updates the list. He also will be the one who finds equipment and items that don't fall into other roles' positions of finding and organizes that for the group. Those best suited for this, anyone with an MBA, someone who works as a supervisor or manager in their regular job, or your group's just natural leader who has that ability to keep the group on task. Suggested resources if need be, project management books, the U.S. Army's Leadership Handbook. The 18 Bravo, or your gun guy, if you choose to have one. He will be your expert in weapon systems. He will be your tactical expert. In the Army, he's the one who understands, he's the expert in all the weapon systems employed. For the role in your mutual assistance group, if your role requires one, he will be the one who does your firearms training for the group. He's the one who will source the best place to buy the firearms or the ammo. And he's the one who creates and trains the group in the tactics that you will be using for the purpose of your mutual assistance group. Best suited for this role, former infantry, former SWAT or law enforcement, or anyone who is a firearms instructor on their own time. Suggested resources, NRA instructor courses, reputable training courses from Warrior Poet Society, Orion Training Group, Haley Strategics, T-Rex Arms, any one of those. There's also books. One example is Becoming Shooters, a guide for new gun owners. Or just do a quick Amazon search. The 18 Charlie in the Army is a demolition specialist, a fortification specialist, and an environmental surveyor. For the mutual assistance group, he is your defense planner. He's the one who knows the best places to get the materials you need for your defensive building. And he's your fabrication specialist. He would be your go-to guy for rebuilding a wall, fortifying that wall, digging a basement, etc. Anything you would need for a defensive structure. This is your expert and your go-to guy. Those suited for this role, former combat engineers, architects, construction workers. If you need resources, you have the Field Manual 5-34 Engineer Field Data, the Combat Engineer Handbook, the Special Forces Engineer Sergeant Handbook, or basic structural engineering books. Considerations when organizing your mutual assistance group. Big one, determine your needs and use your group's purpose as a guide. If you're just doing a natural disaster group, focus the roles based around the natural disaster you're planning for. Those disasters might not require any of the roles I discussed about besides the leader. Every group needs a leader. But a tornado group doesn't need a gun guy. They'll probably need more engineers than anything. So not all roles will be necessary or will apply to your group. Unnecessary roles can be left out, or if you do determine there might be a need, it could be rolled into someone else's position. Using this 18 series as your specific, these are the roles we need filled, might not work perfectly for you. So determine what roles and what tasks your group has, and then design those roles around those tasks. And create your own subject matter experts for those specific tasks. But don't go overboard. Keep it simple at first. Figure out the minimum tasks and roles you need, and build from there as you go, as you learn. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Part 2 will be coming out soon. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Hopefully got you thinking about something, about how to organize a mutual assistance group and what roles you might need for it. If you want to see the next video talking about the medical communications and intelligence, please subscribe. Until then, stay safe, stay secure.